Hey there, wanted to show you this comparison video of a 2025 Forester and a 2025 Ascent. Here in the foreground we've got a Forester Touring, and here we have a Ascent Limited. Forester's in crystal black silica, the Ascent is in cosmic blue pearl, but there's all kinds of color choices for each. You can see here pretty well how much longer the Ascent is than the Forester. Tried to line the back up as close together as I could. Get you a straight on view there. So that is the length comparison. Let's give you a little view of the width from the front. You can see there the Ascent is just barely wider than the Forester. Now, interestingly enough, the ground clearances are the exact same at 8.7 inches, but the floors are raised differently. They both sit higher in traffic than in the Outback, but as you can see, the seats sit on these risers. It's a good 2.5, almost 3 inches higher the Forester is than the ground clearance. And turning around and showing you the Ascent, not only sits on a floor riser, but then also has this plastic frame that it sits on above that. And that's where you get the extra height inside the Ascent versus the Forester. Lots of room here. Let me sit this seat up as though it's normal. It looks like it was a little reclined there. Big, wide, and long seats in the Ascent. Plenty of leg room. You of course can bring this back further and get even more leg room. You can raise, if it will let me, the seat up here on the end. And then let's bring that forward here. So yeah, you can manipulate just the thigh area to go up a little bit if you need a little support under the hamstring area. Forester doesn't have that capability. So a little, not as wide, not as long, the seat area, Forester versus Ascent. Here's the headroom in the Forester. It's ample. And here's the headroom in the Ascent. Even greater. Let's see if I can get more on the side like I was with the Forester headrest. There you go. Goes up forever into that big open canopy area for the glass roof. Back seat area for the Ascent. These seats are on mechanical sliders, so you can go forward and back on those. They'll recline, they'll lay flat. And back seat area here on the Forester. They're stationary. They don't move forward and back, but they do recline. Pretty deep recline for a back seat. Or they lay flat, of course, as well. And then cargo area. This is kind of cool. The Forester Touring in 2025 has that foot raise capability. Good space, width, height, side to side. Here in the Forester, the Ascent is going to be not as great back here with the third row up because it's a third row vehicle. So it's got still pretty good space back here, and then it has a drop down storage bucket underneath here as well. But if you lay the seats flat, that's where you get even more length and width than in the Forester. So there you go, little look. I'm going to sit in the driver's seat of both cars here for a second, show you that viewpoint. Again, I'm 6 foot, so here's the Forester viewpoint, holding it right up against my eye level. Showing you leg room here. Okay. Turn it around on my bald head. See if you can see that. Hopefully that's useful. Let's go show you the Ascent. Do the same little experiment here in the Ascent. Although the Ascent, I gotta point out, has this leg extension on the driver's seat that you can also raise up and down. It's also got lumbar support, plenty of space, plenty of room, plenty of functionality. In fact, let me put that back in so you can see what it's like without it. But here it is at eye level. There's the leg room. Here's the thigh support if I extend that. That's super nice. And then let's get that level there. Hopefully that's of use. So there you go. That's a little comparison of the 2025 Ascent and the 2025 Forester. Happy to help any further.